Hey, really glad you checked in. And fear is everywhere, right? You can feel it. I can feel it. And a lot of it isn't even ours. So the first thing that I do with my fear is I feel it. And then I say either out loud or silently, I release any fear that I'm feeling in this moment that is not mine. And I return it to sender. So immediately just going through that exercise lessens the fear by at least a third. And then as I start moving, I'm breathing, I'm aware of my breath, and I start taking inventory. Like my feet are on the ground, I'm moving my arms, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm washing my face, because the fear starts to spin me out. And most often, the fear is exaggerated. Like I submitted a piece for work the other day, and I was sure I was in the wrong and it was full of errors and there were going to be problems. There wasn't. It was my fear. And also as a sensitive human being, you will continue to collect the sensations and the vibrations and the frequencies that you're living in. So I sometimes change my environment. I air out the room. I use, lavender spray. Um, I sometimes burn a candle or some sage to shift the energy. I open a window for sure. So those things can help. And then, if I'm capable of it, I'll sit on a meditation cushion. Sometimes I'm not, sometimes I have to move. But if I'm able to sit on a meditation cushion and just breathe in and really feel into the fear and take an inventory of it, just doing that and watching that fear takes some of it away. And then I'm used to going in and really diving in and really sorting the fear. So I can really see, okay, what's legitimate and what is not. And if I can't sit and it's bad, I get the dog, I leash her up, and we go for a walk. And usually by the time we're back, I'm feeling in a much different place than when I left because I'm distracted. I feel the sensation of nature. I feel the air and also just walking on the earth, especially if it's not with rubber soled shoes, gives me a grounding and helps with that fear sensation. And then I come back in and the fear grabs me again. So I say to myself, oh, there it is again. False evidence appearing real. And I just return it to sender. And then I'll sit down and take a breath and assure myself that I am not alone, that I have a team guiding me, that they want the best for me, and they're going to help me with this experience of fear that I'm having. And then I start to write a list of the actions I could take if there are actions to take around the fear. A lot of times there's no action because it's made up or it doesn't belong to me and I can send it back. But once I get concrete with it, um, I take the appropriate action. I'll call a friend and talk through the fear. So usually that cuts it in half at least, and I have less to deal with, and it gets more manageable. Or I look at what other people have done, just Google it online and see what other people have done with the fear. Or sometimes I take a pink blanket, or a pink shawl, and I wrap myself in the pink blanket and the pink shawl. And you can even hear the tone of my voice like calming as I pick this up to just get back into my own body and out of the projection the fear is creating, because much of this is projection. And no, you are not crazy. We've been trained into the fear. It's in all of our systems. It can start in the family system. It can start in how you're educated, or more importantly, schooled, comparing yourself with another and never measuring up, or being afraid that you're going to get punished when you're not really due a punishment. And that just repeats playing out those fears. So, just one step at a time and soothing that inner terrorist, right? It's almost like a beast inside of my heart that has this kicking, screaming reaction and wants to take me to a place that's completely unbalanced. And I'm acting in chaos. My central nervous system are making the moves for you and me. So I hope this helps today, because there is a lot of unnecessary false evidence appearing real, fear. And just use the breath. 4 breaths in, hold for 2, 6 breaths out. That's going to settle the central nervous system, because you can't really act when you're ensconced with fear. You're only reacting. And it may be from a place that you'd prefer not to be. And oftentimes, just saying nothing is better than reacting from a place of fear until you have time to really sort it. So, there are tools, there are modalities to help you move through your fear. And if you need help in grounding, I really recommend you go to susangold.us and just schedule a complimentary grounding session for the day so you can realize what the false evidence appearing real is, explore it, feel it, and then detach from it so you can move forward with authenticity and clarity, and a lot of self-soothing that comes from the inside out. A lot of us want to go to our MOs, right? We want to distract with videos. We want to distract with food. We want to distract with compulsive exercise. We want to distract by getting into somebody else's territory and fixing their wrongs. Yeah, time to come back in and breathe and get into your inner being and know everything is working out well for you, and everything will work out for you. So take good care. It's really great to see you, and I'll see you next time.